More than 500,000 people immigrated to New York to escape the Irish famine. Here they became part of the fabric of a city they helped build. Now there's a new memorial dedicated to their plight and others who are suffering. New York One's Kristen Shaughnessy has a story.
It resembles the Irish countryside, except it's nestled among the skyscrapers of Lower Manhattan. This is the Irish Hunger Memorial, a tribute to those who died or were forced to immigrate during the potato famine in the 1840s and 50s.
One of the first really public outside of Ireland memorials that acknowledged the fact that we lost probably 3 million people in a few years. 1.5 to immigration, disputed, but I believe 1.5 to hunger and disease. And basically that this was an avoidable catastrophe, that there was no necessity for it to ever have happened.
The Great Famine was a result of a fungus that decimated Ireland's potato crop, a crucial food source in the 1840s, grown in fields looking much like this.
They had a series of bad winters with an extreme amount of moisture. The ground was frozen, so there was not a lot of drainage. So they did suffer. The roots suffered, and that's where it began. That's where the famine began, on the potatoes.
Initially, this was to be called the Irish Famine Memorial. But Maureen Murphy, the memorial's historian, wanted something broader.
I argued that it be called the Irish Hunger Memorial because we don't have a corner on world hunger. So it's to remind us about hunger and homelessness.
A centerpiece of this memorial, an actual Irish cottage.
And the cottage below comes from Addie-Mass, County Mayo, where the first report of starvation came.
This cottage was lived in through the famine and into the mid-20th century. The family that owned it then donated it to the memorial. The Battery Park City Authority then brought it over stone by stone from Ireland. In fact, every stone throughout this memorial was brought over from Ireland.
The plants are Irish, the stones are Irish. All these stones came from different counties. It is for anybody who comes from Ireland directly or indirectly. You can go find your county stone.
On the walls, 110 quotations, 60% from the Great Irish Famine and the rest from other instances of hunger. Maureen Murphy's favorite is from former Irish President Mary McAleese.
It translates into English, we live in one another's shadow. And that, I think, is the message from the memorial for all of us, that we do live in one another's shadow and we are responsible for each other.
A piece of public art that educates, a piece of Ireland, right here in New York City. Kristen Shaughnessy, New York One.